Hey, welcome back to Spicy Tanking. Today we are going to start things off with some character creation. I have somewhat of a new account. There's no characters on this right now. I did have this during Shadowlands, but didn't really ever use it. So we're starting kind of fresh. And I think our first question is really going to be, are we playing Horde or Alliance? We're going to end up going with Alliance. I've played a lot of Horde for the most part. I've never really played a lot of Alliance, so I want to try something different. This is all about new stuff, you know? So we're going to try Alliance this time around. And I wanted to choose a server that was somewhat higher population as well as on Pacific Standard Time. So hopping over to Raider.io, we can kind of take a quick look to see what servers look like and kind of get an idea of population. So Proudmoore is a full server as it says here, but from my understanding it's not really that much of a big deal anymore. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and hop in. We're gonna choose to play Alliance. So Horde is cool. I do like Horde, but I've always played Horde, and I think let's try something different. So we're gonna go with some Alliance. So the question now is, of course, what class are we going to play? We have 6 to choose from: Warrior, Druid, Paladin, Monk, Demon Hunter, and Death Knight. I'm not as familiar with the tanks, of course, but I think just kind of giving a sense of what I understand each tank class as. My understanding is warriors are kind of like pretty defensive, they're not too difficult, pretty straightforward. I like that they have a lot of mobility. They have the charge and leap, which I really like. And I know that they're pretty popular in Dragonflight right now. I think they're maybe one of the higher tier picks right now. Druid, I understand, is not bad. I think they're just kind of big meat shields in a sense, just a lot of HP, good regeneration, whatnot. Seem to be less popular. I don't see it doing well in tiers, but still an option. Paladin seems fine, from what I understand. I think their playstyle is pretty cool. I like the shield of the Avenger shield they throw out. I think that looks really neat. Apart from that, I think they also have self heals, which is really cool. Seems pretty nice. Monk is pretty nice too. I like monks having the sort of stagger mechanic, I think it is, where you don't really get one shot, but you just kind of have like a self damaging over time effect from absorbing hits, which I think is cool. Seems really effective. I don't know how they rank in tiers, but they seem like they're doing okay. Next is Demon Hunter. I want to say Demon Hunter is doing pretty strong. I actually don't know a lot about Demon Hunter tanking. I think they have some decent self-healing as well as nice cooldowns from what I understand. They got the Metamorphosis, which is pretty cool. Looks neat. I don't really know exactly what it does, but it seems like a nice pick. And the last option is Death Knight. Death Knights seem pretty sweet. Death Knights have really good self-healing. They're more of a reactive tank from my understanding. So they try to take damage, but they heal themselves up really quickly. As far as I know. I know that Death Knights have some really good anti-magic abilities, so I think they're pretty good when there's a lot of magic damage going on. Those are the 6 tanking classes in a nutshell from my understanding. To be honest, I don't know them all very deeply enough to really say for sure. So I think we're going to start with like the most basic of them, I guess, maybe the Warrior. Warrior just seems like a solid pick. Seems pretty straightforward. I love the idea of just a sword and board. I haven't really played a lot of a warrior in general anyways, so I think this is also another spicy pick. Have definitely played druid, paladin, monks, demon hunters a lot in the other specs, but not tanking. So warrior seems like a good pick. And I'm sure we'll end up trying all the other classes at some point, but warrior seems like a great place to start. And in terms of race, they all have kind of cool racial abilities. Let's see, humans, I like that they have the breaking out of stun effects. I think that's a nice ability, sort of like a trinket. Dwarves taking on stone form, I believe, is pretty strong. I want to say that gets rid of bleeds, if I'm not mistaken. That seems really strong. Night elves, I do love Shadow Meld a lot. I think that's the coolest racial of all the Alliance characters or races. But I don't think it makes sense for a warrior tank, especially. But I could be wrong. I know I've seen the past Mythic Invitationals where like the whole group are Night Elves, and I see them all Shadow Meld at the same time. I don't know if that's still a thing, but I always thought that was cool. Gnomes I do like too. I love that they get the breaking the rooting effects and I don't know, they're just kind of cool because they're so small. They're kind of fun looking. Draenei, I don't know if I want to play Draenei. I don't really know a whole lot. They seem fine. I don't think their ratios are very powerful, from my understanding. I actually do really like Worgen. I think Worgen looked pretty cool. I feel like male Worgens, especially, like just look so cool as a warrior. I like the sprint. I think that's super useful. Pandaren, I like the CC ability. I think that's cool. But otherwise, I don't know. They seem okay. I think, just to be honest, I think I'm leaning either towards gnome or maybe dwarf. It's kind of where I'm leaning towards. I kind of maybe just want to like the small character. Seems kind of fun. Dwarf seems cool, but gnome seems cool. Let's just go for gnome. I think gnome sounds fun. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go into customize them. I'm just gonna random it until I see. Oh man, I should keep that second one. Until we see something cool. I don't know. Not being too picky. I like the green hair. Let's go with that. And let's try to go for some names. And I always find this is the hardest part of creating a character. I don't think we're gonna find anything that works. Jalapeno, habanero. Yeah, this is gonna be a while.
2 hours later.
All right, so I think we got a name. We're gonna just go with hot chili. I think it'd be kind of fun to maybe just to theme my characters with spicy names. I don't know. Seems kind of cool. But yeah, let's go and give that a shot. I think we're gonna go with Exile's Reach. I feel like this is pretty easy, and I like that. So let's just go with that. So I think the plan here is I want to try doing a little bit of mix of YouTube and Twitch. So I'm gonna stop this video here and maybe try hopping over to Twitch. I haven't really streamed before. It's not really something I've done a lot, but I want to give it a try. I think it sounds pretty fun. So yeah, I'll go ahead and end the video here. Looking forward to leveling up Hotchili and learning a lot on the way. So thanks again for watching if you're still here. Appreciate you and hope to see you next time. Thanks.